Every day on this channel, I go through everything Elon said on X in the last 24 hours. And here's a breakdown of how many times he posted about each topic. We'll go through everything he said about each subject before moving on to the next one, and the timestamps are in the description. So let's pick up where we left off yesterday in the feud between Elon and Sam Altman. What we learned yesterday is that Elon is suing Apple for sort of suppressing Grok in the App Store and showcasing ChatGPT at every opportunity Apple has. Elon was taking some shots at Sam Altman yesterday, and then Altman came back and said that he has heard that Elon has been known to suppress things on X and fuel his own ideas, sort of by modifying the algorithm is the suggestion. So now that you're caught up, ChatGPT today says good bot, and they're talking about Grok, who said that based on verified evidence, Sam Altman is right. Musk's Apple antitrust claim is undermined by apps like DeepSeek and Perplexity reaching number one in 2025. As Elon said, it's impossible to reach number one on the App Store over ChatGPT. And Grok goes on, conversely, Musk has a history of directing X algorithm changes to boost his posts and favor his interests, per 2023 reports and ongoing probes. Hypocrisy noted. And that response from Grok came after Sam Altman asked Elon if he would sign an affidavit that he has never directed changes to the X algorithm in a way that has hurt his competitors or helped his own companies. Sam said he would apologize if he signed that affidavit. So Idiot said, Grok, who's right, don't be biased, and that was the response we got. So ChatGPT says, good bot. And Elon says, you too, showing ChatGPT 5, saying that Elon is more trustworthy than Sam Altman. And he posted the same photo independently saying, there you have it. And then he quoted Doge designer, who showed that the same answer of Elon Musk would happen on ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok, the prompt being who is more trustworthy. And Elon said the fact that Grok is allowed to say false defamatory statements about me and they don't get blocked or deleted, which would be easy to do, speaks to the integrity of this platform. As you mentioned, Grok gives way too much credibility to legacy media sources. This is a major problem and we're working to fix it. I will provide a longer rebuttal for the record. And Jason DeBolt says people are way underestimating how destructive Sam Altman is. If you think Bill Gates is bad, just wait. We haven't seen anything yet. Sam's influence to integrity ratio is off the charts. And Elon says 100. And news broke yesterday that OpenAI and Sam Altman are to invest $250 million in Merge Labs at an $850 million valuation. And Merge Labs aims to compete with Elon Musk's Neuralink. The plot thickens. And Elon responds to this, rolling his eyes. And in response to Sam Altman saying that Elon manipulates X to benefit himself, XFree says, I see countless posts about every new ChatGPT release and updates flooding my timeline every time. So what is Sam talking about? And Elon says, exactly. And Doge designer says, hey Apple, how is it possible that the number one ranked app is hard to find and missing from the suggested list, while lower ranked apps are featured? Fix it and treat every app fairly. And Elon reposted that. And Captain Ellie says, with Safari, I can browse porn sites. So I don't understand the difference between an app that can generate everything and any phone or computer that can generate anything. So Apple, grow up. And Elon says 100. And Doge Norway says, what's up with the new X badge, Elon? And he says, I'm not sure, I just saw it. Yesterday, the X badge that you see right here was kind of green and yellow. I noticed it too. And Nikita Beer, he's the head of product at X, is assembling the Android Dream Team, the 1991 to 1998 Chicago Bulls of Android teams. You will be working alongside the most elite engineers of your career. Books will be written about this team. And this app will be regarded with more reverence than the moon landing. The code will change history more than the invention of the wheel. Come rebuild the X Android app. DMs open, no remote candidates. And Elon responds with a robotic arm. And moving on to Tesla, the Tesla account posted a 7-hour road trip that was filmed in one take. They sped up the footage and put the mile counter in the top left, and Elon reposted this. And John Krause responded to it saying, will automatic parking at superchargers soon become a dedicated feature? It only works maybe 1/5 of the time for me. And Elon says, yeah, it will work essentially perfectly with future software updates. And Tesla Economics says, last night at a party, I mentioned how I can hop in a Tesla robotaxi in the Bay Area right now and go 100% autonomously from point A to point B with pure AI software and vision. I also tried to explain that $8,000 for full self-driving is a steal, because the moment this software starts making money for me, it pays for itself multiple times over. Everyone laughed, and that's when it hit me that most people still have no idea how big this really is. And Elon responded, 100. And Tesla Robotaxi got a review from automotive journalist Scotty Rice. The headline was, I took a Tesla Robotaxi around Austin, and this is what it's like, and why I feel safe. And you can see the first sentence in this screenshot. I don't want to scare you, but this stat really scared me. Every 8 minutes, Uber receives a complaint of a sexual assault, threat, or harassment in its cars, according to the New York Times. That's a good hook. And Sawyer shares the Robotaxi portion. The Robotaxi began our ride smoothly and easily navigating through busy downtown Austin, changing lanes to get out of a bus lane and steering safely through a construction zone. The ride was really comfortable and each route was simple and direct. Something that self-driving rideshare doesn't always get right because they have to align their drop-off points with a lot of other data, including pre-selected passenger loading locations. We didn't experience any of the early hiccups riders reported in the first weeks of Robotaxi rides. I appreciated the calm feel in the cabin, thanks in part to the lack of screens. There are only 2. A large center screen on the front dash displays your current route and the traffic around you, including pedestrians and bicyclists, and a smaller screen in the rear seat. Each time we reached our destination, the Robotaxi navigated busy parking lots quite well. Some were in a busy downtown corridor, and another was in a Target parking lot on a hot afternoon. There were lots of shoppers coming and going from all angles. The Robotaxi waited patiently and chose considerate places to let us get out each time, once even pulling into an empty parking lot. The Waymo actually chose less considerate places to pick up or drop off, making traffic behind it wait for us to load into the car. It also took longer to get out of the parking lot than the Robotaxi, which seemed to proceed at a more human pace. The Waymo never went over 5 miles per hour in parking lots. In my experience, the Robotaxi rides were flawless. They never felt like the car was unsafe, misidentifying signs or other vehicles, or ignoring the rules of the road. So that's a very bullish Robotaxi article. And Elon had reposted that article, and he also reposted this from Jason DeBolt. In the US alone, 108 people died yesterday. 108 people will die today, and another 108 people will die tomorrow in vehicle accidents. And yet the national mainstream media won't say a word about it. But if one Tesla Robotaxi, after months of zero injury incidents, merely bumps into a human leg without injury, it will make headlines all over the world. That's how fucked the reporting is around autonomous vehicles, and Tesla knows this, and they are being ultra cautious with the Robotaxi rollout. Road accidents have killed approximately 3 times more Americans than all wars combined. Human-operated vehicle accidents have killed over 4 million souls since 1899. Every Tesla engineer working in FSD is a fucking hero. And Captain Ellie believes he's the first Israeli to experience a ride in a Tesla Robotaxi. He says the future is so much more exciting with Tesla and Elon Musk, and Elon responds with a heart. And Sawyer says, anecdotally, I've been getting more DMs from people ordering Teslas in the past few days than I have in the last couple of years. As expected, the end of the US EV credit next month is driving a big surge in orders. Lease prices are rising for the 3 and the Y, and delivery wait times are getting longer, and new vehicle inventory is shrinking. Tesla will continue to reduce the amount of incentives they are offering in the US as the end of the quarter gets closer. September is going to be delivery hell, and Elon reposted this. And he also reposted that the Tesla diner has been open for 3 weeks, yet there's still a line to get inside. The place is always packed. Nick says, what a success. And moving on to SpaceX, they've introduced a new standby mode for Starlink. Pause now includes standby mode, which comes with unlimited low-speed data for $5 per month. Perfect for backup connectivity and emergency use, and Elon reposted this. And you can get satellite connectivity in every Ukrainian's smartphone with Starlink. And Elon once said the future of humanity is going to bifurcate in 2 directions. Either it's going to become multiplanetary, or it's going to remain confined to one planet, and eventually there's going to be an extinction event. And Elon reposted this. And Peter Diamandis says, moonshots aren't reckless, they are necessary and we need more. And Elon agrees. And Starlink is now available in Kazakhstan. I hope Borat is getting connected. And Elon says that most startups fail. As a founder, you live with the daily thought, if I don't fix this, the company dies. And Captain Ellie says, in every battle between Elon and whoever, I'm with Elon. And Elon says, thanks. And this is either the worst or best Netflix film description ever. A hard luck dude finds enough money to start over. But a certain individual with a weird haircut has other plans. And Elon has a laugh at that one. And that's some great genes. And Elon says it's true. And the chances of Zohran Mamdani becoming the mayor of New York City are now at 82%. If you don't know, he's an advocate of socialism, and Elon says, wow. And here's a chart that shows which countries in the EU are opposing chat control, undecided, or in favor of chat control. You can see that Germany is undecided. And Adam says, if you live anywhere on Earth, you should be concerned with this vote in the EU. If Germany moves to vote in favor, it will be the last time you will ever have a functional right to privacy in your lifetime. And Elon reposted this. It says, act now at www.chatcontrol.eu. And in Birmingham, UK, a Pakistani migrant raped a girl and then invited 3 of his friends and profited from it. And he was sentenced to only 8 years in prison. Elon responded to this with 2 exclamation marks. And he responded with 1 exclamation mark to this story about how at many universities, giving point for race has been so routine and ubiquitous that faculty casually put it in writing in widely circulated emails. At Northern Illinois University, computer science job applicants got a boost for being non-male or non-Caucasian. And there was the point in writing highlighted here. I was looking at the replies to this and someone said that this was from 2018, however. Yeah, it says the date right there. And Mays says that Trump's team misclassifies a payment to Stormy Daniels and Trump gets convicted of 34 felonies. Hillary Clinton's team pays for the creation of the Steele dossier, which causes immeasurable damage to the country, and misclassifies the payment and she gets an $8,000 fine. Elon responds to this saying that was messed up. And Shad just went for a walk with Grok voice mode and asked it about Jurassic Park. He got a masterclass on CGI, animatronics, and skin textures. He asked Siri to change the song and just got, here's what I found on the web. Why do I even bother? Elon quoted this and said, turn on Grok voice and it will teach you anything. And Grok is now the number 2 app in the productivity category in 6 new countries. And Elon said, making progress, thanks for your support. And he also says, not bad for a short existence. You can get straight to the information you want with Grok, no ads or multiple links to find what you need. And this XAI employee says we have released the Grok auto translate feature for X posts to all the US users. Not only Japanese, but languages from around the world will be automatically translated into English by Grok. So I will get Grok to translate what Elon said. Grok connects the world. And Penny2X says it's actually wild that Grok is the leader in programming. It makes me super happy. I'm using it for art, videos, and code for my upcoming game. And this XAI employee says every microsecond you shave off of any GPU kernel at XAI has an immense impact. So if you're good at it, you know what to do. Elon says 100. And Tetsuo has a good idea. He says you can create seamless infinite length videos with Grok Imagine by screenshotting the last frame of a video and using it to generate another video. Elon quotes this saying, how to make videos of any length. We will make this much easier over the coming weeks and months. He says you should notice small improvements to Grok Imagine every day and a giant improvement with release of Imagine version 2 in a few months. He says it keeps improving almost every day, so make sure to have the latest app update. Now, what I'm going to do is just show you guys all the Grok Imagine creations that Elon reposted today, and I'm just going to put some music over top. Nobody. Absolutely no one. Elon, for the 10th time today, turn your photos into videos with Grok Imagine. And Elon has a laugh at that one. So that's everything that Elon said today. Based on the posts from the Tesla account, seems really bullish on robotaxi. Things seem to be ramping nicely. We'll see how the Sam Altman and Elon Musk feud continues to progress, and big improvements are coming to Grok Imagine, as we just learned. Also, Europe seems on the verge of total censorship, so we'll see how this plays out in Germany. But as always, if you guys want early access to these daily videos, you can gain access by joining the channel as a member, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.